Hi, this is Mark Smith from Edinburgh University, and this is my flipped classroom. Okay, our plan for this particular lesson and our next project is going to be a visual essay. Don't panic, we're going to walk you right through it, and it's going to be focused on the topic of what you believe about learning, teaching, and the role of technology in both. And as I mentioned, it's going to be a visual essay embedded inside your blog. The actual essay itself should be between 300 and 500 words. The video itself will be between 3 and 5 minutes. The final graded product will be your visual embedded essay. Okay, but we do need to script it out. And that's what my plan is. The reason I am having you do this is it kind of fits really nicely into our course syllabus and in our core values in this class, that we're being reflective teachers and learners and qualifying the significance of technology in both of those arenas. So what we're going to be working on in this particular lesson is what are the characteristics of a reflective this I believe kind of statement. And yes, I'm borrowing this from NPR, but adapting it a little bit to kind of fit the needs of our classroom and our goals of our classroom. So I'm going to show you some websites, and they're going to be down in the blog a little below, and I'd like you to listen to 3 or 4 different types of essays after you finish watching this video, and I explain what exactly goes into that. So once we have the idea of what it should look like and be like, then I'll send you down to the links below, and you can actually start to explore some of the things that are already out there. Now, the topics are varied, but keep in mind our topic is going to be about learning, teaching, and the role of technology in both. Okay? All right, to give you a little background on the project itself, it all the way back to 1951 with a broadcaster named Edward R. Murrow, who invited Americans of all walks of life to read a 5-minute essay on his radio program. This became very popular, and it reached a very wide audience of nearly 39 million listeners. Fast forward to modern technology, and today there's a website called thisibelieve.org. It was sponsored by NPR, and they do the exact same thing. They invite Americans to submit essays and then read those essays on their website, and they share those on their website. Also on the website are a bunch of educational resources, archived readings from 1951, and also current readings. So that's a little background, and again, they're using an MP3 format currently today so that we can listen to them. In fact, you can actually subscribe to This I Believe on iTunes. But again, we're going to do a visual essay, and I think it's a little spin on something that's really an authentic experience. So that's the background. Okay. This part of the video is the flip part, the part that I want to show you what goes into the actual essay. Again, when I say essay, it's going to be a visual essay, but we need to start with scripting and writing. So begin with a story. Tell a story. Think about a time, either in your own educational experience or learning experience, where moments have changed or formed or even tested you. And that's where we want to start, that kind of platform. And all of you are here as teachers, future teachers, so at some point something significant happened in the process of education to bring you to this point. So that's what we want to discover. So thinking about our topic, which is teaching and learning and the role of technology within that. So that's where I want you to start digging, okay? Also, your essay should name your belief, and that's what I'm going to try to have you work on in the next section, is kind of formulating a process for you to actually state your belief. Start with stating it. It should be 1 or 2 sentences, and out of that comes the story in the essay. So we don't want to editorialize, we don't want to sermonize, we want to be specific. State and name our belief. We want to be positive in this, and when you go down to read and listen to some of these essays, they all have these characteristics. So tell us what you do believe and not what you don't. Okay, it's not a negative approach. So think about what you do believe and not what you don't. And the last and final thing is be personal. You want it to be you. So your voice and your style should come out in your writing and then finally in your video production. And I'll talk more about the video production a little bit later in class. Okay, so that's, again, we want to tell a story that either tested us, formed or shaped us, or even changed us a little bit. You want to name your belief in one or two simple sentences, be positive, and be personal. Okay, I think I've limited this assignment by having you consider technology in the role of learning and education. I think I'm more interested in the product of your own learning experience and your own education. So I'm going to take out the component of reflecting on technology, unless you want to use it. But I thought it was kind of limiting after listening to some of the products on the website. So I've changed my mind. 2, 1. Okay, now for the assignment, the task at hand. After you've watched the entire video and possibly visited the sites that I have down below and listened to a few of these I believe essays, I'd like you to come into class on Tuesday with 5 belief statements that tell me what you believe about these topics: education, learning, teaching, and we can throw in, if we want to, a subset, technology. But again, this isn't mandatory. So 5 statements about these topics that tell me what you believe.